right. Welcome, guys. It's Thursday night for our weekly power ranking show. We're doing these every Thursday night at 6 o'clock Central Standard Time, and we are honored tonight to have Mr. Van Hazley with us, of course, Rock Hard Ram. And I personally feel, and I think Van is responsible for super stock diesel truck pulling and the rules and different stuff like that that have come into our sport, Shane and Wyatt. So again, normally Charles Post is with us as well, but he's flying to Detroit because he's announcing a truck show or a truck race or something this weekend out in Maryland, isn't he, guys?
Yep, he's out at a race.
And Van Hazley is on location, and Diesel's in Dark Corners for the Liberty Truck and Tractor Pull this weekend. Starts tomorrow night at 6 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Eastern on Saturday. And if you love diesel trucks, you need to get your butts to White Plains, Georgia tomorrow night for Diesel's in Dark Corners. The Beer Money pulling team's there. Our merchandise trailer just got there about a half an hour ago, so it's all good. Hey, Van, first of all, thanks for coming on, buddy.
You're welcome, Jason. Thank you for having me.
Can you give us, before we get into the rankings, can you kind of give us just a 2 or 3 minute story of how diesel truck pulling and how it's involved into where it is today? Because I know you were very, very beneficial in those early years, and you still are, in the rules and the specs and some of the, I want to hear some of the other names, or I know the story, Van, but I want other people to hear some of the names and stories of the people that have brought diesel truck pulling to where it is today.
Well, this all evolved, Jason. Our sport wasn't evolved, and anybody that's ever watched, anything to do with baseball, there was a movie called The Field of Dreams, and they said, if you build it, they will come. Well, that's kind of where this diesel truck pulling started out with. He's dead now. God rest his soul. Dave Mitchell run Enterprise Engine over in Thornville, Ohio. He was one of the very, very first persons to have multiple chargers, cut tires. You had myself, and Eric Stacy was involved out of Dave Mitchell's stable also. And then you had the Scheid. And so kind of Dave Mitchell, Scheid Diesel, and Hazley Machine, we were all instrumental when these organizations got going. Like one of the first organizations to actually have any kind of diesel rules was the old DHRA.
Did we lose Van?
No, I'm still here. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So DRG. So what year would that have been?
See, I'm trying to think back, Jason. The Rock Hard Ram that I run today, it debuted in Louisville, Kentucky, February of 2011. And so I had run the steel body full frame truck prior to that. So, guys, time gets away from me, Jason. I'm not near sharp as I used to be. And if Patty was standing here, I'm sure she could ramble off. But, I'm going back, and I'm going to say, let's just say 2004, 2005, probably.
Okay, that kind of makes sense. That's a timeline that I was thinking.
Yes.
What was the first time you went down the track in a diesel pickup, Van?
In a diesel pickup truck was the summer of 1985.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome. I'm telling you, Van, it wasn't that long ago. I swear guys were still driving them to the pole, and now we're loading them up in fancy toter homes. So
yeah, you joke about that, Jason. I can remember back that before we would go out of state, we would actually get together and find out how many trucks had gooseneck balls, how many trailers we had, what kind of carnage we could, acceptable losses that we could get everybody back home. It was terrible.
Yep.
Young people today, they have no idea where diesel truck pulling come from with Dave Mitchell and his wife, Loretta, Patty, and myself. I mean, shoot, Jason, we used to be the very, very last class of any local fair. And I can't tell you how many times we pulled when the sun was coming up. I mean, really and truthfully, the young people today, they have no idea where this grassroots pulling come from. They have no idea.
No, they don't. And I think that's why it's neat to tell the story. And, when I was announcing a ton, and like from 05 to 2013, And the diesel trucks were always a crowd favorite, Van. And then to see it just kind of kept building and building like it has to where it is today, where, you have an event like a Shy Diesel Extravaganza or a Diesel's in Dark Corners that are really, I know there's a couple of tractor classes there, but the main focus is diesel trucks, man. So.
Well, I never dreamed, Jason, back when this whole deal ever started, that we could ever be in Bowling Green, Ohio. Never, ever. And, but just what you said, I think what really got this whole diesel truck thing going was that a lot of these promoters of these events realized that their fan base could relate to their neighbor or to one of their family members having a diesel truck. And so it just really worked out well.
Yeah, if anybody's heard me talk about diesel trucks before, every kid used to grow up on a farm and had a 420 or a D21 or a 1066 that you took to the fair. Well, we all know the small family farm is gone. More kids are living in town, but every kid's got a diesel truck in Richland Center, Wisconsin with a hood stack, and they race each other from stoplight to stoplight to all three stoplights. But,
you're exactly right. And those 19-year-old adolescents is what got us thrown out of Terre Haute, Indiana, too.
Yes,
Diesel Extravaganza.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. A lot of good stories. A lot of good stories and a lot of good memories there.
There was. It's just not like what it used to be. But, Jason, you've been to Bowling Green, Ohio.
Yes,
they
sir.
do a fantastic job of keeping the pullers and their fans entertained on their property. And we're not out, we're not out terrorizing the town.
Right. And that's why Bowling Green's popular, though. They keep it on the grounds, and that's what they do. And it's great. It
is. There's everybody wants to be a Bowling Green, and all of your viewers and all of your listeners tonight. Sometime in your lifetime, you got to put that on your bucket list. You got to go to Bowling Green, Ohio. There's not a pull like it, is it, Jason?
No, it's one of a kind. It's because of the fans. It's because of the fan experience. And that's, I just truly believe that if it wasn't for the fans, Bowling Green would not be Bowling Green. So
no, but they've done it. What now? I think this year was the 55th year, so they've had a couple of years to practice.
Yep, agreed. Again, if you're just joining us, Van Hazley's down there. He is in the dark corners of Georgia. We got him kind of hiding there, but he's not much to look at anyway. But he's fun to listen to, so we don't mind.
Let me flip the lights on, Jason. Let me see if this will help here.
Every Thursday night at 6 o'clock Central Standard Time, we do one of our power ranking shows. And what have we done, guys? Pro stock tractors. We've done mini rods, diesel supers, light supers. I think this is week 5, right? We're doing diesel super stock trucks tonight. So, and Van Hazley is in the flesh in White Plains, Georgia. And we're having fun. So if you guys have any questions for Van Hazley or any memories or just questions about diesel trucks, we're going to start to roll into the rankings part of it. And what we do, Van, we do some honorable mention picks, and Shane and Wyatt kind of tell you why they put them where they did. We just go 10, 9, 8, 7 down to number 1. And that's where we want you, Van. Maybe we missed somebody, or, this is where we kind of want you, because you really know the class really well. You and Patty both. You're the big, everybody calls Patty the mom of the super stock diesel truck world. So. All right. So let me bring.
She does an incredible job, Jason. She doesn't get credit for what she does, but she keeps us all honest. That's for sure.
Yes, she does. Well, and everybody always like, what time's the pull starter? Where do we have to be next? Let's just text Patty, and Patty has the schedules figured out, and everybody's on their way. So that's what we do. All right, guys. So let's start out with Wyatt. Can you give us your honorable mentions? We just lost Van. He'll be back.
He'll be back. Yep. So I didn't have many for honorable mentions just because in this class I don't know what it was, but the numbers weren't quite there this year. You took both NTPA and PPL lists. You kind of, once you get the top 10 filled out and go to your honorable mentions, wasn't as many there. But I'm gonna start with my number 1 was Deadpool, the Ford. Made consistent runs all throughout the season. Made a lot of the hooks. Second one is Nut Job 2 Withrow. He doesn't have the other truck now, but he still has this one, I believe.
Where'd the other truck go?
It was sold to, I think a guy out of Ohio. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember his name right offhand. And then my third one is the only Duramax in that class right now, and that's Craig Dickey, the Cummins Killer.
I think Cummins Killer's going to Georgia. I think that's what the rumor is.
I hope so.
We can ask Van when he gets back on, but
That truck is a crowd favorite. Crowd favorite.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. So, Shane, do you have any honorable mentions?
I had both Nut Job Trucks and Borrowed Time on there. I didn't see Borrowed Time very much this year. I don't know what happened, but they're always tough runners whenever they come to the track.
Doesn't that come out of Kevin Campbell's shop, Chaos Fab?
yeah,
Don't they
that's
work
Chaos
out?
truck.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably a pretty good place to come out of.
Yep.
And then Aiden, I think he's younger than you two, to be honest. I think he's still in high school, maybe. Is he 18 or 19? How old is he?
I think he's older than I am.
He graduated high school like the night before TPC last year.
Okay,
So he's a freshman, I
so he's
think.
your age then, Wyatt.
So yeah, he's my age.
Matt Brown's watching out of Iowa. So, you guys, where are the biggest concentration of diesel superstock truck owners? Is it Ohio, Indiana? Is that kind of what you guys have found?
Yeah, because down here, I mean, I don't know of anybody down here that has a diesel 4x4 super stock. I think we have some 3.0 and 3.6 combos down here, but other than that, we don't have any super stock diesel ones.
Yeah, it's in that Pennsylvania, Ohio, Indiana area. I mean, that's where Van's located. That's where it's heavily populated. I don't know one of here in Iowa. I know one in Minnesota, Triple Alpha Process, and then Craig Dickey out of Wisconsin. So other than that, it starts getting like Illinois all the way over to Ohio.
Yeah, we're very, very heavy with 3.6 now in Wisconsin because of Badger
Right.
State, and they do
3.6, 3.6, 3.0s. Yeah.
Yep.
It's growing down here some too with the 3.6 3.0s. We've got quite a few that run on the USA Polar side, and then we've got some on Mid-South with Stony Hargett. He brings two, and a guy we call Hammer, he brings his truck, and then we have a couple of other ones who will make the trip down every once in a while. Jumpin' Jack Flash came down to Hopkinsville this summer, so that was awesome to see.
Yeah, that was, when we picked classes for the Pullers Championship, we took out the 3.6 this year, but we felt, and then we, Jumpin' Jack Flash can jump into super stock and get, and get voted in.
Yeah.
So we feel pretty confident about them. There's Patty, Van's back. So, but again, if you're just joining the show or watching, we do this every Thursday night. We pick a net. We're picking national classes, and we're doing like a top 10 power rankings, kind of like to do with the NFL or NASCAR or NHRA or whatever, different things like that. So Van Hazley is our special guest tonight, and Patty's just trying to learn how to unmute it. And then, so we kind of do our honorable mentions. If you missed the show, you can go back later and listen to Van. He kind of talked about how diesel trucks came to where they are today. And again, we count on you to like this program, share it around, comment. It's all about the algorithm. We want as many people watching this as we can. So we need you to share it around, make comments. If you have something to say, go ahead and say it. So, Mr. Schulte, who do you have for number 10?
Start us off. I got number 5 out of the NTPA circuit. That was Top Shelf Nick Gillette.
Okay.
He had 4 top 5s, a little inconsistent, but I think he's still trying to figure it out, kind of. But he's getting better at it.
I talked to him in Rockwell I met him in Diesels and Dark Corners last year, and I talked to him in Rockwell, and they're honest about, hey, we're trying stuff and trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? So.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mr. Hunt, who do you have?
I went with Cummins Killer at number 10. That truck is coming and it is coming fast.
Yes, it is. Is that the only really top Duramax there is out there? Is everything else a Cummins?
I think that's the only one that I know of.
The one that used to be really up there was the Climax truck.
And that was let me think. Not Stacy. Stacy's got.
It was Michael, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of his name. I feel bad because I know him.
But those are one of the only two. I think there might be more coming, like Overton out of Canada may run some, but
yeah.
Kyle Michael. Yep, Josh is right.
Yep.
There it is.
I met Josh for the first time in California, guys. He was flagging out there. They called him the American flagman because he wears his big fancy USA shorts. So it's all good. As we're typing along, we want interaction from you. We don't purposely make crazy picks to wind you up like a talk show host does. Shane and Wyatt are being real. Like, these are what they feel, but we know that we could miss somebody or different things like that. It's all good. It's all good. So Wyatt's number 10 is Top Shelf, Nick Gillette. Shane Hunt coming with Cummings Killer, Craig Dickey at number 10, the Kuslik owned truck out of northern Wisconsin, River Falls, Wisconsin.
No, it's not.
There
Okay.
we are.
Back.
Okay, are we here?
Yeah. Hi, Patty.
Hello.
Hey, can you hear us, Patty?
Yeah, turn that all the way up. Go all the way up. There.
Is that all the way up?
Yeah.
Okay, are you there?
Yeah, we're here. We're
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, because you sound good, Patty. We can hear you. Give her a thumbs up, guys. We can hear you, Patty.
I don't think she can hear us. But
So the internet's spotty down in Liberty, Georgia, down there at White Plains.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes. And I know that they were bringing in some Wi-Fi this year, but I don't know if Patty might not be on the Wi-Fi.
Good speaking.
Who?
Patty, we can hear you fine. But that stinks if she can't hear us. So we'll just keep jamming, guys. Wyatt, who's your number 9, buddy?
number 9 was the second place in PPL points. I've got the Caretaker truck.
Okay.
He had 8 top 5s. Ran consistent the entire season. Just didn't quite squeak
okay.
out a win.
Hearing, buddy.
But
We can hear you, Patty.
Shit.
It's a Verizon commercial. Yeah, we should get a sponsor. It's brought to you by Verizon. Can you hear me now?
Jason, I can see you guys, but I can't hear you.
Yeah, we can see you. You're fine. You can talk all you want, man.
Says you're in the show.
Yeah. We can see. We can't hear.
I'll just type it.
Oh, it says they can hear you. Okay, we can.
she's currently trying to communicate with me.
I'm
You
typing
log
it up.
into
We
that
can hear
phone
you.
where we can use that to hear, maybe.
What should I tell them?
Okay. All right. Shane, who do you got for number 9, bud?
I put Deadpool at number 9.
Okay.
Try to get off and then back on.
I'll kick him off and then have him get back on. So maybe that'll help him.
Yep.
Give me the names of Caretaker and Deadpool. It's slipping my mind, guys, right now.
Is it
Terry
Dixon?
Seller on Caretaker.
Yep, that's right.
He is from Tennessee. I forgot about him for a second.
He's from Lafayette.
Who drives Deadpool?
Terry Beggs.
That's
Yep.
right. Jeez.
It's
I don't know what it is. Like whenever I'm worried about all the comments and flipping videos and screens, I just stink at names. Okay, so Wyatt's got Nick Gillette, number 10, Chase Eller, number 9. Shane has Craig Dickey, and Terry Biggs is his 10th and 9th. Who do you got for 8th, Mr. Schulte?
Shy Diesel, Kent Crowder. He had 11 top 5s on the year. He had a bunch of seconds, but like I said about Caretaker, just couldn't quite get a win.
Gotcha.
But always, always tough.
Yep. Shane?
I have Angry Farmer penetrating spray at number 9. Number 8, my bad.
That's Dugan. I'm gonna run out of room there. Angry Farmer's a big sponsor of Diesels and Dark Corners, so that's awesome. I'm sure Hazley's are as well too.
Yep.
Are they taking their nitro truck this time?
I don't know. I'll have to check in. I'll have to check in with my guys and see if they got that going. I don't know what Doug and Kenzie and Roos and Cody and all them are doing right now. I know some of them were flying in this afternoon and they had to get a ride. So
Right.
Brenda Garrity is en route to Diesels and Dark Corners right now. Again, the whole diesel truck world is heading to Liberty, Georgia, to White Plains, Georgia, for Liberty Truck and Tractor Pull Diesels and Dark Corners this weekend. So, and they kind of brought in that Eli Musk internet Starlink or whatever this year, and if that works well, we're going to try to live stream that next year for them. So,
Sweet.
for Ryan Zolik and stuff like that. So, be good. Okay, number 7, Mr. Schulte.
That's where I've got the penetrating spray truck of Dugan.
Okay,
8 top 5s. He had 1 win on the season, but the other truck kind of shined him out.
sure. That was a good play on words there, Wyatt. I'm probably a good marketing. Penetrate. Look at Shane. He's like, come on, Shane. Hunt, you're going to be in sales, so you know this already.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Just start learning. So, Mr. Hunt, number 7.
Let's go back to Shide Diesel at number 6 or number 7.
You have Kent there?
Yeah.
Now, Kent works at Shides, right?
Right.
Yes.
And so does Ingram, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Okay, number 6.
6. Okay, that's where I've got Cody Hastings, the Against the Grain truck. He had 3 wins on the season, 7 top 5s. His PPL showing was much better than his NTPA showing. Like Bowling Green, he wasn't quite at the top, but they're always really good. He had a win in the Polish Championship, didn't he?
I think he won Friday night. Let me look quick.
Because Van was the overall weekend winner.
Yeah, let me look. We'll pull that up.
Right.
Did you guys this year? Were there more Superstock diesel trucks on the NTPA Grand National or more on Champions Tour? Where'd you see more numbers?
Champions Tour. Yeah.
Champions Tour.
Okay.
Hear him?
He doesn't.
Okay,
Hey,
we're
guys.
good now.
Hey, Patty.
We're good now. Let me go find Vano.
Okay.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Sweet.
Yeah,
It's a nice evening down here, guys.
It was so cold last year, Patty. Holy cow.
I know we weren't able to come last year, and it's a beautiful evening tonight. So hang tight. Here's Vano.
So Friday night, Cody Hastings won the Pullers Championship Friday night. Van was 3rd.
Correct.
And then Saturday night, that must have been Van then.
That was Van's win.
And because we did
Yes.
total distance is what we did for the weekend to do that. Yeah, Van went 336. He put 7 feet on Crowder. Okay, that's right. So, all right, Van. So here's what we got so far.
Okay.
Before I talk to Van, Shane, give me your number 6 truck.
Number 6, I'm going with Against the Grain.
Okay. So I'll just copy that over.
I know.
All right, so Van, so far for the top 10, Wyatt Schulte has number 10. He has Nick Gillette with Top Shelf. Number 9,
Okay.
Pace Eller with The Caretaker. Number 8, Ted Crowder with Shide Diesel. Number 7, Angry Farmer Penetrating Spray. Number 6, Cody Hastings. Then on Shane's side, for number 10, he has Cummins Killer, Craig Dickey, Deadpool, Terry Biggs, Angry Farmer Penetrating Spray, Dugan. Number 7, Shide Diesel, Kent Crowder. Number 6, Cody Hastings Against the Grain. And Van, honestly, Van, all this is based upon your 2022 performance. Like if you would have been hearing the guys talking about how many seconds, how many thirds. So I want you to know that's what we rank.
Oh, okay. Very good. Very good.
So you might know that somebody that's really mean and tough, maybe in the bottom half, or maybe even not on the list, but they didn't get out a lot this year in a run. And that's why it's nice having you on here as well. So
Oh, okay. Very good. Okay.
All right, Mr. Schulte, who do you got for number 5?
Cracking the top 5, I've got the Gearhart family, cream of the crop truck. He had 2 wins on the season, 12 top 5s. He missed a sweep in Rockwell by the width of a quarter, but he's always really tough.
Yep. Shane, who do you got number 5?
Same thing.
Van, how long have Gearhart's been out?
Oh my, Gearhart's, when did they come on the scene? They come on a couple of years after Hastings. Boy, Patty walked off again. She is definitely the historian here. But I'd say Gearhart's, John and Justin, John being Justin's dad, they are devoted pullers. They drove all the way out to Wheatland, Missouri, and they didn't even have a dog in the fight just to support the class out there.
Oh, that's good. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's what you gotta do. And again, if you're going to Diesels and Dark Corners this weekend, go see Van Hazley. Tell him he's awesome. And go buy a Hazley Machine shirt. And be sure to tell Van you saw him on the show here tonight. So we appreciate that. Wyatt, who do you got for number 4?
The man on the screen, Mr. Van Hazley, 3 wins on the season, 10 top 5s, TPC championship. You missed couple hooks early in the season, but you can't mess with the guy who's running the show.
I don't disagree. Shane, who do you got at number 4?
I've got Angry Shine at number 4.
Todd has 2 trucks. Is that the old Carl Atley truck, or is that the other one?
Dieter.
Yeah, old Dieter truck.
Get up and smoke.
Okay. He's got 2 now, though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Wyatt Schulte, number 3.
That's where I've got Angry Shine. 3 wins in the season, 7 top 5s. He was 3rd in NCPA points, but when he won, they were on monster passes.
Okay. Shane, who's your number 3?
That's where I have Mr. Hazley in the Rock Hard Ram.
Van, are you okay with these placings, or do you want to beat these guys
No,
up?
no. I think the guys. I think they're being very generous to me. I mean, you look at my season, and we come out with this new motor here, Jason, that we'd been in the development stages for 5 years, and I mean, it was a mistake on Kurt and my part. We just didn't have proper lubrication to the roller lifters. And we, right after the Pullers Championship, we went to Toma, Wisconsin. And when we got up there, we couldn't even move the sled. And that's when we realized we had five broken exhaust lifters. And so by the time I got, the problem resolved, with a part shortage and everything else, Jason, we basically missed 4 events, just bam, bam, bam. And then we'd been on fire since then. We was on, we won Louisville and then won your Pullers Championship. We was on fire before there, but that definitely took the wind out of our sails.
Yeah, it sure does.
Yeah.
Sure does. Well, and
Yeah,
the
there's
fact that you guys work on a lot of trucks, not just diesel truck pullers, a lot of diesel truck racers as well. I don't know how you guys. I don't think you sleep, Van Hazley, is what I'm trying to say. So.
Well, Van's not near as young as he used to be, but boy, I got some great guys at the shop and some young go-getters, and so that's a big plus.
Awesome, I love it. Okay, getting into go time here, Mr. Schulte. Who do you got at number 2?
PPL champion. I've got Eric Stacy in the Smoking Ya HD truck. Like I said, he won the PPL title, top 10s, but when it comes to who he won against my number 1, he just didn't quite get it done.
All right, Mr. Hunt, who do you have?
I've got Smoking Ya HD as well.
Awesome.
Same reason why I did. The one time they went up against each other this year, he edged him out.
Like I said, normally Charles is on the show, and he has Hazley at 3, Gerhard at 2. So he had Gerhard up there, 2 ahead of you guys' spots there. So, all right, we got to get some sound effects, some drum roll for next week, Wyatt. Remind me to do that, okay?
Yeah, I'll get you on that one.
All right, Wyatt Schulte, who is the top diesel truck puller right now, super stock diesel truck puller in the country right now?
I have Shane Kellogg, the Trump truck. 4 wins on the season, NCPA title. He won the BG ring. He had a win at the Inderly. 8 out of his 9 regular season NCPA hooks were either top 5s or wins.
Awesome. Hard to disagree with that. Mr. Hunt, who do you have?
Trump.
And so does Charles. My favorite Shane Kellogg story is he says that he can tell who's Democrat or Republican with the big Trump sticker. When he drives through towns, he gets a lot of middle fingers, and he can tell.
What was it they used to? Hey, Jason, what was it they used to say about Earnhardt? He was either number 1. That was either his age or IQ, right?
Yep.
Yeah, kind of same deal Shane's got going on.
Yep. Van, how many super stock diesel trucks are we going to see in Georgia, you think?
We were just putting pencil to paper here. I think there's going to be 5 or 6 true diesel supers down here. We've got Carl Putler parked beside me, Rock Hard Rams here. I know Cummins Killer's on his way. They said that boy's coming out of Canada that runs a Jeremy Wagler all billet motor like the Cummins Killer's got. I believe Brad Ingram's going to switch his setup over and run with us also. But as far as true superstock diesels, this time of the year, you just got so many farmers in the field right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Van, I don't know. Can you see that top 10 list, or do you want me to read them off again? I guess.
No. I think you guys are pretty good there. I mean, as far as the list, and I mean, the deal with Justin Gearhart or Eric Stacy, that's kind of a toss-up. Eric was very, very, very consistent this year. I mean, that's why he won the championship again.
Yep. No, agreed.
And that's what you're going to see. A guy that's winning the championship, he's going to have to divulge his loyalty to one club or the other. I mean, one organization or the other, Jason. You're not going to be able to split forces and conquer.
Yeah. No, I understand that.
And that's part of the reason we're in right now. We, here a couple of weeks ago, we were in Pennsylvania. We went out to a couple of pulls out there in Pennsylvania. Those guys always come, and support us out east. And so, back home. And so we went out east and supported them for a couple of weekends there, and then Diesels and dark corners. But my big thing is I want to get as many runs on my engine as I can this year before we get it tore apart, Jason, to make sure that we don't have any more growing pains. But then you'll have Justin Gearhart, Nick Gillette, Cody Hastings, John Bear will be back out. John Washcobb will have his new block in. And so Mike Lepley out of Pennsylvania. So there's nine more Bill aluminum blocks sitting on the floor of the shop right now, just waiting on final approval.
Gotcha. I love it. So after tonight or after this weekend, Van, it'll be the farm show then for you guys next, right?
Yes. And we'll, after this weekend, we're taking the body off a rock hard ram and getting the paint all redone on it. And then engine comes back out. We're going to fix a couple of little minor problems we've got. And then if everything looks to be copacetic inside the block and everything's working the way it's supposed to, then we're going to pull the trigger and get all these other guys up and running.
I love it. Can you kind of, before we let you go tonight, Van, can you kind of tell us what Haseley Machine does and provides for the pulling world and the drag racing world?
We don't have our fingers in the drag racing world kind of like what we did. It's we've got a few customers, but as far as pulling, the thing that we offer is Patty and myself, we offer a service to our customers. We try to make every event that we can make. And then in my trailer, Jason, I mean, it is a full parts array for my customers. So if they break, I mean, it's all hands on deck, just like it was at Bowling Green when Shane Kellogg dropped a valve. That engine had 90-some passes. And we went back to shop, swapped engines, and he come back the next night and beat me.
Yep, but that's what you got to do though, Van. You know that. I mean, be there for everybody. So. Oh,
you do. I do, and it's just not me. I mean, Scheid Diesel. I mean, there's great people there. They've got a fantastic customer base, and that's what I tell people all the time. I said, you just gotta, whoever you go with, you just got to be loyal to them, and those guys will get you the head of the pack. But an up and coming puller, a lot of people don't know about is Carl Butler out of Pennsylvania. 2023, he will run 2 super stock trucks, and then 2024, he will have 3 in his stable.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. That is a big financial commitment to pulling, the sport of pulling.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Where did his trucks go, Van?
Well, his 3C6 truck is still in my shop. It's got a prospective buyer right now. It will be all in primer when it leaves my shop. But his new super stock truck will be, it will carry on the Ranch Hand name.
Awesome.
And the frame is there. The engine's mounted in the frame, Jason, but we're just waiting on the fiberglass body. There's been all kinds of, just with the global shortage on parts and everything else, the body's running about a year later than what it should be.
No, I understand, and we're hearing that across all polling classes, Van. So.
Oh, it's so frustrating. I mean, that's one thing I got to compliment Patty on. You know, she kind of forecasted some of these problems early on, myself and her. And I mean, she spent countless hours on the website finding parts. And I mean, I can't tell you how many sets of bearings we sold Robbie Lemke this year just because we had them and nobody else did.
Yep. Hey, do you know how to flip the camera around on your phone and show us the trucks and maybe show us around a little bit?
We sure can. I think we can do this. Is this now are you seeing the engine, Jason?
Yes.
There's the all new billet aluminum Hazley machine block of Rock Hard Ram. And I think this weekend will be 28 and 29 on the, I'll have to look at my dialogger to make sure of that.
It is beautiful.
It's a 3 turbocharger design, 391 cubic inch. And I've got a little different philosophy on pulling than some of my customers. I like RPMs, Jason. And we've turned this engine over 6,700 several times this summer already.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Seems like when you lug them, you break them. When they run upstairs and they run free, that works a lot better.
Good deal.
Your audience here can look. There's not a lot of creature comforts. No heat, no AC. It's basically all business here in the Rock Hard Ram.
Yep. No, that's awesome. That's awesome. What do you guys weigh again? Is it 7,800, Van?
No, sir. 7,500 with the driver in it.
That's because that's one thing we talk about all the time when we announce your class is that sometimes you guys aren't opening those things all the way up till 200 plus feet on a 300-foot track. So, and
you know, that's what's really made this sport really, really interesting. And three of us drivers that are in your top 5 here, Shane Kellogg, Eric Stacy, Van Hazley, we went to Ohio and learned how to drive with them blower trucks. Those blower trucks educated us and taught us how to drive. And so then once we figured out how to beat them, then they had to keep changing the rules. And it didn't take them long that they didn't want us to come back anymore.
So you're talking like when you guys first got started, that's where you mixed it in like OSTPA, right? With the big super blown 4x4? See, we really didn't have any really organized sport other than OSTPA.
DHRA back in the day. And, occasionally we would have like the old ATPA would have us very, very little, but NTPA had nothing to do with us. So it was either brush hooking. So OSTPA was really short on blower trucks. So they incorporated us in with them. And the crowd just loved that, Jason. I mean, it was smoke and noise.
Yep. That is. No, that's a neat story. Shane had told me that story as well. You guys learned how to really compete with them. And then every time you'd beat them, they'd change a rule.
It just, there was 3 or 4 of them blower guys that basically they wanted a box. And if your truck fit in that box, and so they were willing to stretch their trucks out and weight their trucks up. And now you've got Richard Love runs full pull out there in Pennsylvania. And he's got a run what you brung class. And that's what he's going to do. He's going to kind of implement his rules to where you've got 158-inch wheelbase, you're 7,500 pounds, and it doesn't matter what you got underneath the hood. You can run, supercharged alcohol, nitrous oxide, as many cubic inches as you want. There's several trucks, there's a couple trucks got DT 466s in them, but as long as your truck fits in that box, you run. And he has to tell promoters no because he can't sell that show anymore.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
That's good for the sport. Sport.
It really is. And organized pulling as far as NTPA and PPL hasn't really stretched out east into Pennsylvania. You know, you get into Pennsylvania, New York, Maryland, up in that area. And so that's Richard Fike. He's trying to take over that area.
Yep. Well, I love the competition between organizations. That's what makes it. That's what keeps everybody honest and makes you try harder for your pullers. So
and we knew as the Superstock diesel class grew, you were going to have to see that, because you can't have 20, 25 trucks every night in the same class, because you got half of them guys going home with no money. And with the price of fuel, Jason, you can't afford to do that.
nope.
Yeah.
I understand. So, well, Van, thank you so much for coming on tonight. It was great to have you on. We know you're busy. You'll be talking to everybody, but tell Patty thanks and good luck this weekend down there, bud.
Hey, tell Carl Butler thanks. He had AT&T phone. Our Verizon down here was about as Amish as our shop, Jason, and I apologize to your viewers and your listeners.
No, it's great to have you on, Van. You have a good night, but tell Carl.
All right, hey, take care. Bye-bye.
Right. That guy is awesome. That guy is awesome.
Wow.
I was watching your face when he was talking about that Run What You Brung class, Shane, I could just see you smiling.
Yeah. He's probably my favorite diesel truck puller there is out there.
Now, Van is the John Force.
I've never got to meet him in person yet, though.
Van is awesome. You have to meet Van. And what you just saw on the screen is how, if you walked right up to him, whether he knows you or not, he's going to treat you the same. He is a good dude. He's a very,
awesome.
very, very good dude. So I love that guy. I love what he does for the sport. He cares about everybody. He wants to beat you, but he'll help you. He'll give you his tire if he has to after his run for you to go put it on your truck. If you're three, I mean, that's how much, and he'd be happy if you beat him. You know what I mean? He'd say, he only won because he had my tire. You know, I mean, if he did something like that. So.
Yeah. I love diesel trucks.
Yeah. I love diesel trucks as well. I do. They are, they're fun. They're good for the sport. And again, I really kind of like a semi truck class. Everybody can relate to that from a brand loyalty thing. And if you think about my comment earlier, and I've said this a bajillion times over the years announcing, not every kid sits on a tractor anymore, but every young kid sits in a diesel truck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, Colin Brickle says Van knows dirt during a new pair of undies. So when the diesel super stock trucks were coming out, before they were really like an official class with PPL, I got him in Richland Center for 3 or 4 years in a row. And he lifted the entire block right in front, and it come through the hood.
I was there for that.
Oh.
And it sucks because it was on Friday night. We never, ever get a big Friday night crowd in Richland Center. We've always got a big crowd on Saturday night. But
Very true.
They took that truck then up to Doug Muller's with Van's son. What's Van's son's name?
Kurt.
Man, I can't believe these. It's weird because I'm watching all these comments and screens, and they took the motor out of Kurt's truck and put it into Van so he could run Saturday night. It was awesome.
That is awesome. What makes him be able to switch? Some of those guys be able to jump up. I don't want to say easily, but it seems like a few of them can change out pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the Shy Diesel guys can add a second turbo, or I think when they run super, they got one gigantic monster on there. And
that's what I was wondering.
They go back and run their 3.6. Yeah, that Run What You Brung class that he was talking about. A couple of those guys tried to get into the Pullers Championship last year, and saying they could run with them or they could beat Van Hazley and those guys. And we're like, that's fine, but we're trying to keep it into the next.
I wouldn't want to try.
Right. So it is all good in the hood.
That is awesome.
Good show again, fellers. What do you want to do next Thursday night? Or we always kind of let the fans pick, right?
I was gonna say, I say we let the people decide.
No, Stefan or Stefan, this is just for the 2022 season, but we're doing super stock diesel trucks tonight because of diesels and dark corners, kind of a event preview. You'll see, I'm guessing half of the trucks you see on the list will be down there, at least down there in Georgia this weekend. Van, if you just jumped on the show, Van was able to get on here and talk about some of that a little bit. So is that Carl Butler? Butler, is that you? Oh, he just hung up.
It was on Carl Butler's phone.
Yeah, I don't know Carl's face that well. Sure.
Yeah.
Jeremy Yantes want Lights Pros. I thought we're gonna try to do all the. I don't care. It's up to you guys. You're the ones doing the homework on this stuff. So
can we put that maybe in on the slate for 3 weeks from now because I'm going to need that much time just to siphon through everything.
That's going to take a while. I think that's towards the time of middle December because you have to.
Why don't, I'll tell you what. Won't we set it for Shipshewana closer to then?
Yeah, I mean, it's our show, but I do want to listen to some crowd interact. I want to do all the national stuff personally before we go into the regions and the state level classes. And the 4-1 class is a state level class. I mean, I'm not trying to play favorites or anything like that, but I know what Grand National and Champions Tour and Super National Outlaw stuff means. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Right, and it's just something that you try to get the stuff that where people cross over more.
Absolutely.
I like having a guest on from the class, somebody with some personality. That makes it fun.
Yeah.
You know, that night Tyler Slaw said I wouldn't be in the top 10, and I mean, he was honest about it, but he makes it fun. But he also knows his fellow competitors and stuff like that.
Right.
I knew Danner would say this. That'd be super farm. That probably makes sense if you guys are up to it.
It's I mean,
Wyatt, that would be pretty quick for us.
Yeah, that's your guys'
granted, we know it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
We did Pro Stock week 1. Then we did minis.
Yep.
Then we did
Diesel Supers.
Then we did Light Supers. This was episode 5. I'm just putting this on my little sheet here. That would have been 4x4 Super Stocks.
Well, we know who's getting our guest for Light Pros when that happens.
Yeah, Burkholz. Well, the thing is, Colin will have to be on break from work, if you know what I'm saying, because I think he works second shift still. So, but definitely, and Colin, good personality, knows the sport, respects the competitors in his class, and he'll be honest, like, yeah, I'm scared of that one when it pulls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he'll be good about that.
That class is just like this one. It's a toss-up.
Golly.
Like, when you pull, and Shane, and you know this from Wyatt, like, I'm not scared of anybody, but there are certain people that I know I got to have a perfect pass if I even want a chance to beat them. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. If you go down the track with a near perfect pass, you're still like, okay, I did good, but then you look behind you like, oh crap, now he's coming after me.
Yep. You're exactly right.
We need to check in with Masterson. I got to check in with Kevin once harvest is done and see if we can get Don on. That'd be fun.
Yeah, it really would.
That'd be a let's go pulling thing.
Yeah, but we can do it here. Oh, he's been off nights for a year. All good. Perfect, Colin.
Oh, sweet.
So we are going to unveil a Behind the Mic series. I'm going to do a weekly interview with a pulling announcer, and then we're going to do a Behind the Lens with a pulling media. So if I got to get probably not going to start probably start that the week before Thanksgiving and kind of carry that through the winter, guys. So I'll be looking for ideas for people to come on and talk with me and do all that stuff. If we give them more spotlight to their social media and their recognition, that's what we want to do, because we're all in this together, working together, trying to grow the sport. So
that's exactly right.
Right.
There's a lot of chat about national rules and different things like that. I would be okay with national rules, but I like having multi-organization because it keeps everybody honest.
Right.
It does.
As the pullers get smarter, they're gonna, you're gonna see loyalties, and there's gonna be reasons because of pay and different things like that. So,
right.
Holicky, I was not scared of your tractor earlier in the year, but I'm scared of it now. So
leave it to Dean to figure that class out. He figured that out real quick.
The only night I think when he won the Iowa State Fair, my dad was on a pass, but we didn't have the zip tie tight, and it loosened out the guillotine. Yeah. That would have been. I don't know if we would have got Dino, but we would have.
That'd have been like this.
He was booking.
Yeah, that tractor runs, and Dean can drive.
Yeah,
there is no doubt about that at all. So, well, guys, thank you so much every Thursday night for doing this. This is fun to do these power ranking shows, and I can put the links up on pulloff.com. Wyatt, I enjoy the back and forth and stuff like that. That's what makes it fun. That's what makes.
We want to see this grow. We want to see the opinions of others, see where we're at.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, pullers want to get recognized. Like I saw Colin Ross make a comment. I was not on the Diesel Superstock show, and then he commented, "I guess I'm not a Diesel Superstock anymore." And I was going to make a meme that triple bypass I identify as an unlimited super.
That would have fit so.
Yeah.
It'll take me 10 seconds on Canva to make it. I just haven't done it yet. So
are we going to do that class too? We're going to do Open Super, Jason?
Yeah, that'll be a national class.
Okay.
Yeah, and then once we get those, then we'll go into light pro, limited pro, 3.6 trucks, 3
Light limited super stock.
Yep. Yeah, all the classes like that.
Oh,
I
boy.
mean, hell, I'll get into V twin garden tractors if we need to. I love the sport. I just want to we're gonna need to get a guest on for that one. So
Absolutely.
yep. So
We just need to know from you fans or anybody that wants to comment what we're gonna do next. I mean, something
Yeah,
we
absolutely,
haven't
guys.
done yet.
Roll it in.
Yeah, something we can throw across associations.
We've still got about 7 or so minutes left before we're supposed to be finished. Mark.
what I like is that we're gonna miss some people, especially when we get into the region stuff, because kind of Shane,
God, yeah.
Wyatt, what you pay attention to. Yeah, Brad, we will. We're gonna do a top 10 polls. But that's gonna be some fan favorites. We're gonna let fans vote on that. I'll get a hold of Brent Yarn. He'll set up some of our polling stuff that we do for like our pick'em contests and stuff like that. Jot form, I think it's called, we use. So
We'll get into
that'll
some
be
stuff
awesome.
like top 10 moments too. Moments or stories of the year.
Yeah, top 10 stories of the year. I think would be a lot of fun.
like I would do one like best hair and pulling, top 10 best hairdos and pulling, like Tyler Slaw. And I mean, I want to have, once I want to do some fun stuff like that too.
By default, we have to put Meisinger there then.
Well,
Absolutely.
that's his fake hair. That's his fake hair, Schulte.
It's kind of with him.
So what's the latest rumor you guys have heard that you can say out loud without pissing anybody off in the polling world? What are we hearing?
Wyatt, you got that one.
But don't say anything, Wyatt, that's going to just, I don't want people to not like us. So
Honestly, I don't know. I think
any new builds or anybody buying stuff that we
I've heard some rumblings of stock coming back.
Okay.
well, I could say there's a pro stock from Pennsylvania that is coming back. Other than that, I mean, from our shop, we got a few things coming, but I know there's a new configuration on a mod. I'll say that
Yeah,
sooner or later.
that I cannot wait to see that. That's going to be awesome.
That'll be when I got the picture of that, I just lost my mind.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way they're gonna try that.
And here's the thing: everybody's seen it. They just don't know they've seen it yet.
But
Oh, good.
other than that, I don't know anything as of now. I'd have to like read over our group chat again, see where.
Yeah, it's been kind of quiet over the
Oh,
last
no.
couple
And
of
again,
days.
I'm not looking to stir anything up. You guys are pretty in tune on what's going on. I used to kind of know everything was going on like you guys. I try to stay out of it now. Just, the big
Oh,
stuff.
there's so much.
Oh yeah. Every day we're just kind of like, oh well, that's new.
That's
Mhm.
good.
Yes,
But it sounds like farming. I know input costs are up, but it sounds like farming's decent. And when farming's decent, money gets thrown around.
Yeah. I think we're about to wrap up here at home. Last I heard.
Money gets thrown around. Oh, good.
Yeah. I think we're.
I'm looking for Chandler's video. I want to play that one more time before we log off. So
other than that, I
Jason,
think
how was the super farms out in California?
they run hard.
Do they?
They could hang. They could hang.
I've talked to a few that said they want to come out here and run.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're going to see some at Shipshewana, I think.
Yep.
Yeah,
Perry and Crow coming back out again. That says Perry and Crow coming back out again.
Yes. Yep.
They always come down to Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and always do well there too. So that's kind of the one time of the year I get to see them.
Yeah. They can hang.
Yeah.
Absolutely hang.
Okay, let's make a decision now.
We're
Yeah.
I think we'll just go with Open Supers. We can find a guest there. I think Open Supers we can go across.
Yeah.
Well, Hodem would be good, even though he didn't get out much last year. He's got good personality, unless he's working. Lustig would be good. Jeff. Hart would
Oh,
be-
that's something. I saw that on their page the other day. Their new chassis is complete. They're just waiting on the motor now.
Lustig's?
No, Hotham.
Hodem, yeah. Yeah, his tractor's about an hour. Well, it's closer to Wyatt than me right now in Cuba City.
Yep.
I'm going to sneak down and do actually.
You need to redo that shop
I'm not
floor.
going to be on the show. I'm not going to be on the show next Thursday. But I need to get down. I need to get down to Blackburn shop and do a video down there again because that place is awesome.
I need
You're
to
gonna
see
be in
that
Florida next
myself.
week, right?
Yep, I'm cruising out Sunday, so super
Yeah.
early.
You
But
deserve
we
it.
will. Yeah, open supers will be fun. We can play around with that a little bit, but
Yeah.
So unlimited super stocks next week.
Yeah.
I'll make a meme of Colin Ross and triple bypass. That'd be fun to see where you guys spit that out. And then if you guys
See
have
if we
any
can break the
suggestions,
internet with that one.
Wyatt or Shane, go ahead and put that out there, and we'll have some fun with it. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna play a video, and then I'm gonna shut her down. Okay.
Alrighty.
Thanks,
Thanks,
guys.
everyone.
Have a good week.
See you guys. Thanks again.
Thanks for watching, everybody.